we will be in conversation about future collaborations with these organizations or entities or something of that nature. Relationships, right? And King James Bible version language, beseech the regional conferences to sincerely get together and evaluate our relationship with this organization. I think that we are in a place now where it has shown us time and time again that they are the same, that it is still structurally and institutionally racist, and that there is no real conversation about what it means to exist in an equal brotherhood and sisterhood, and that there is no true respect across the races, and there is no true respect across the genders. And given the fact that we have our own media outlet in that of Breath of Life, run by speaker director Deblair Snell, in the fact that we have our own magazine, Message Magazine. Message Magazine also puts out Bible studies. Message Magazine also puts out tracts. Message Magazine also puts out materials that we across the regional work should be funding. There shouldn't be a Black church, a Black pastor in the regional work buying in amazing facts, in my opinion. There isn't a Black church across the regional work watching Mark Finley, watching Doug Batchelor. In my opinion, we have enough of our own leaders, our own institutions, our own materials and products to be supporting. And the only reason that our institutions and our products and our materials and our pastors and our leaders are not thriving is because we in the regional work continue to buttress and support and buoy these white independent ministries as though they are more spiritual, as though they are more they're closer to God. They're explaining the Bible better. I don't know what Kool-Aid we have drunk, but I fundamentally believe that we need to save our own institutions and get them to the point where they are the ones that are causing that they are rising and they are succeeding, and we do not need to ask the GC for any support. We do not need to ask the North American Division for any support, because the Black church at the conference and local level is shifting all of its money to Message Magazine and to Breath of Life.
Pastor Doug Batchelor vindicated. After Charlie Kirk was murdered, Pastor Doug Batchelor published this on his Facebook page, and I quote, "How the mighty have fallen." 2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 25. He continues, "I'm still here in Malaysia meeting with leaders of the church. I was so deeply sorry to wake up and hear about Charlie Kirk's violent death. So young. I was invited to participate in a program with him last year, but could not attend because of a scheduling conflict. I understand from a common friend that he watched Amazing Facts programs and was a Sabbath keeper. We will have to meet in the kingdom. Please pray for his wife and family." That was Pastor Doug Batchelor after Charlie Kirk was brutally murdered. Now, Pastor McFinley also made a sermon about the assassination. Like, he was explaining why God allowed Charlie Kirk to die. This sermon, do you remember? Now, here is the point, friends. Here is the point. Some SDA pastors who oppose Charlie Kirk have accused Pastor Doug Batchelor and Pastor McFinley of expressing sympathy, friends, of expressing sympathy following the death of Charlie Kirk. And I shared with you what Pastor Doug Batchelor published on his Facebook page. I also shared with you what Pastor McFinley also said on his YouTube channel. Okay? Now, some Adventists are also saying that Doug Batchelor and McFinley do not express sympathy when Black person is murdered. But is that true, friends? Is that true? I'm going to share with you a post from Pastor Doug Batchelor back in 2020 or 2021 when George Floyd, a black American, was brutally killed as a result of police brutality. All right, so I want to share that particular post with you so you can judge for yourself whether Pastor Doug Batchelor and maybe Pastor McFinley are always making statements about the killing of white people. Okay, so let's get into it right now. So this is the Facebook page of Pastor Doug Batchelor. This is the Facebook page of Pastor Doug Batchelor, and when you look at this one, it was 2020, and this post was published when George Floyd was killed as a result of police brutality. All right, I want to read. He wrote, "Earnestly praying for peace and justice in our country. Amazing Facts International joins with other Christians around the country in praying for peace and justice to prevail during this tumultuous time. There is no place in the life of a genuine Christian for racism and bigotry. Abraham said to Lot, 'Please let there be no strife between you and me, for we are brethren.' Genesis chapter 13, verse 8. On Mars Hill in Athens, the Apostle Paul declared of God, 'He has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on all the face of the earth.' Acts chapter 17, verse 26. Our hearts go out to all of the individuals and families, such as that of George Floyd, who have experienced prejudicial treatment and violence. Pastor Doug." And friends, as you see, there is black and white hands praying right there. So friends, this was published by Pastor Doug Batchelor back in 2020 when George Floyd was killed. So I believe that Pastor Doug Batchelor and Pastor McFinley are not in support of racism. They are not in support of anything that could divide a church or a country. So friends, I would say that some black pastors that are actually sharing hate speeches, that are sharing kind of statements that are divisive, I am asking you to please pause, because I don't see anything Christian in some of the statements that have been made after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Yes, the death of Charlie Kirk is affecting the church. I mean the SDA church. Even though Charlie Kirk was not a member of the SDA church, his death is affecting the church. Why? Why, friends? Because some people have chosen to let his death affect the church in a negative way by promoting hate speech, by promoting division, by accusing and attacking some pastors in the SDA church. I don't agree, and I don't support that. Let us be one and focus on the preaching of the gospel, because that is our core mandate. That is our core mandate, friends. So this is all I have to share with you. Thanks for watching. God bless.